I've been telling you for weeks now about the clear cases of consistently cringeworthy corruption and collusion involving Donald Trump. There was the call involving Argentinian President Mauricio Macri, where allegedly, in addition to congratulations about Donald Trump's electoral win in the United States, Donald Trump inquired about the moving forward of a stalled 35-foot real estate office building project in Argentina. Although that was initially denied, the project allegedly started moving within 72 hours of that phone call. We've talked about Donald Trump taking advantage of a meeting with diplomats at his new Washington, D.C. hotel to say, by the way, when you come to the U.S. for state business, you can stay at my hotel. We've talked about the blind trust fiasco, where Donald Trump clearly doesn't even know what a blind trust is, and certainly handing over control of his businesses to his kids would not be blind, and it would not be a trust. And it is getting even worse, starting with a call involving Donald Trump and Taiwan. Now, why is this a big deal? This is a big deal because U.S. policy as of 1979 cut formal relations with Taiwan. And it's very unusual for a U.S. president or president-elect to speak to a Taiwanese leader directly. And following media reports pointing out the risks of angering China by speaking directly to Taiwan, Donald Trump tweeted, quote, "Interesting how the U.S. sells Taiwan billions of dollars in military equipment, but I should not accept a congratulatory call." And the history of this is that China and Taiwan, this split goes back to 1949, when the Republic of China government fled the mainland to Taiwan. And in 1971, the United Nations switched diplomatic recognition to Beijing, and the ROC government was basically forced out. And there's only a handful of governments currently that even recognize Taiwan's government. And as I mentioned, in 1979, Washington formally cut diplomatic ties with Taiwan. And they said that that was part of supporting the one China concept, which says Taiwan is part of China. If you believe that Taiwan is part of China, you would not have separate diplomatic relations with two entities, Taiwan and China. It sort of makes sense. Donald Trump, by having this conversation, is number one, ignoring 4 decades of protocol. But the Trumpists will hear that and they'll say, oh, good. Trump is doing what he wants. He's not a politician. He's just an authentic guy. He's going a different direction than everybody else. Well, there's a few issues with that. Number one, Donald Trump is trying to anger China. He's threatened with starting trade wars with China, trade wars that the U.S. can't realistically win and would be really bad for the average middle-class American, as economist Richard Wolff told us last week. But here's the bigger issue, and this all leads us back to corruption and cronyism. Weeks before President-elect Donald Trump's controversial phone call with the Taiwanese president, there's a businesswoman, Tsai Ing-wen, who claims to be associated with the Donald Trump conglomerate, who made inquiries about a major investment in building luxury hotels as part of Taiwan's new airport development. An official familiar with the project said that she was associated with the Trump Corporation and she would like to propose a possible investment project in the future, especially hotels. Now, this is still unconfirmed, Pat. The association of Chen with the Trump organization is not confirmed, although she is believed to travel between Taiwan and the U.S. regularly. And in a separate development, Anne Marie Donahue, who describes herself as the global head of transient sales and Asia at Trump Hotels, was also confirmed to have been in Taiwan in October. So yet again, many Trump supporters backing him on the platform of going against big business controlling and being intertwined with government, going against the establishment, going against corruption and crony capitalism. And unfortunately, it seems that yet again, crony capitalism and corruption and kleptocracy is rearing its ugly head with Donald Trump.
Well, I think, too, I mean, the implication of Donald Trump speaking to the Taiwanese president, he didn't realize that that would be so far-reaching at first.
No, he's clueless.
Yeah, maybe he was just clueless at the outset, and that's how it was reported.
Yeah.
But now when we're learning about these conflict of interest stories and the fact that maybe he's just trying to anger China to get them to the bargaining table,
right,
this could be much worse.
And I would argue that if at the bottom of it, there's personal self-interest of wanting to have these hotels from which he would make money, it is even worse. But The problem is that Trump's base only cares about corruption in the way that they care about Christianity, which is if you can use it in your favor as part of divisive right-wing politics, great. If not, if Trump is corrupt or if Trump has lived his entire life like the opposite of a biblical Christian, then you ignore it and you blame Hillary or Obama or Chuck Schumer or some Democrat, and that's that. This is all more of the same. Send me your thoughts about this on Twitter at @dpakman, and also the show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. Make sure you're following both accounts. We'll be back after this. The end of year holiday season can be sort of a stressful time for many people, and I recently took advantage of Soothe, which is a service that delivers massages to wherever you are. A licensed massage therapist will show up to your place of work or business with everything that's necessary: the massage table, the linens, the music, the oils, the lotions, the entire thing. You can book your massage in under 10 seconds on the mobile app or the website, soothe.com. And this week, my listeners can get $30 towards their first massage with Soothe, Soothe, when you enter the code Pakman at checkout, Pakman. I tried the service last week, and it's exactly as described. It's so convenient. The massage therapists are super professional and excellent. And to be honest, I've not had many experiences with professional massages, mostly because I've feared that the process is just incredibly awkward. And it actually wasn't awkward. It was really great. And people who know about my tipping preferences will be thrilled to hear that you don't have to tip with Soothe. It's one price. It includes the tip. It includes the actual massage service, and it is fantastic. So go to the App Store or Google Play on iOS or Android, search for Soothe, download the app, or just go to soothe.com, Soothe, schedule your appointment, and remember promo code Pakman, Pakman, for $30 towards your first massage.